So roller coaster building is actually a really complicated progress, and it's really easy to get stuck on the details. But we want everyone to be able to build a coaster, and so we try to do a lot of things to reduce the barriers between you and the fun of building a coaster. In fact, our first mission is dedicated to coaster buildings, just so we can ease you into this process and get you on your way to building your very first coaster.
It was clear from day one that Park Beyond is meant to be played on PC and consoles. But this means as well we have to make sure the usability is as good as it can get. So from day one we were focusing both on controller support and mouse and keyboard controls. We ensured this across the entire development. As a developer, if you wanted to get a green light for your feature implementation, you had to prove that it's working with both kinds of controls.
You want to give the player on consoles the same user experience as on PC. The most challenging things when you develop a game for the consoles are things that directly impact the player. You have all those different menus you have to navigate without interrupting the user experience. So we have many talented people testing and improving on those things to make sure the user experience we deliver to the player on the consoles are as good as on PC.
As many players as possible should be able to play Park Beyond, because every player out there is just very different. And the game is just very complex with a lot of different features and designs, so there will be something to do for every single player type. And the more people test and play Park Beyond and give feedback, the better the game can be in the end. For example, our internal team is also very different in terms of player types. If you put me in the game, I will just pause the game and build the perfect little pink candy part for 3 hours. And if you put my colleague in the game, she will probably just build a perfect coaster with very crazy designs. If I would be in the coaster editor, I would just make something very simple. So the more different feedback we get, the better the game can be, because it won't be fun if it's just balanced for one specific person.
When creating the art style for the game, we try to make it interesting for our audience, for all genders and age groups. Therefore, it was very important to make it not too serious, but also not too simple, and choose the best art style possible.
Overall, at Limbic, we already made a great experience with releasing a management game on consoles. But with Park Beyond, it was really important for us to reach as many players as possible, because it's not just a management game, but it's a game where all of the players are able to actually unleash their creativity. And with all of the content that we are giving to players, we didn't want to limit this down to the players on PC. We think on all of the different platforms, players want to experience this and want to really build their parks. And we didn't want to limit this down to only PC players.